Vice President Kamala Harris will hold her first rally with her new vice presidential nominee next Tuesday in Philadelphia. Her campaign says she's launching a 4-day battleground tour that includes Michigan and Arizona. The location of the first stop suggests Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro has moved to the top of a short list of running mates. Joining us now to discuss the matter is NTD News contributor Mike Leon. He's the Policy and Strategy Director of the Free and Equal Elections Foundation and host of the News Commentary podcast, And Can We Please Talk? Mike, good to see you. Do you think that Kamala Harris will pick Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro? What's your assessment?
Hey, good to see you as always, Steph. The timing couldn't be better, right? Like you just said, having it in Pennsylvania. Look, Josh Shapiro brings a lot to the table. First off, you can't win the 270 electoral votes without winning Pennsylvania if you're the Democratic candidate. And 19 electoral votes Pennsylvania carries with it. Josh Shapiro, just turned 51 a couple months ago. Kind of younger guy, won his governorship race against Doug Mastriano by a wide margin. He's very popular in the state of Pennsylvania. My co-host Nick Savary is from the state of Pennsylvania. So there's a lot of groundswelling and support for him. He would make a lot of sense given the campaign stops. And I know we're going to talk about some of the other candidates, but he kind of brings a little bit more of a younger person, slightly younger, obviously, than Vice President Kamala Harris, and somebody that's been carrying the Democratic message for the last 4 years, to be honest, and has run against a MAGA candidate in Pennsylvania and has won. So he's kind of set the blueprint. He's a very interesting candidate and one to watch to potentially be selected.
Another one is Senator Mark Kelly. He's going to visit his home state of Arizona next week. So, the senator of this swing state is also rumored to be one of the possible picks. What's your take on that?
Yeah, Mark Kelly, to me, it would be an absolute home run. Like, let's start with first, military service guy, astronaut, right? How many of us as little kids want to be an astronaut? This guy actually was one. Border state, Arizona, 2020 election, Joe Biden couldn't win without Arizona. Mark Kelly won his Senate race by about 3 or 4 percentage points. And he's somebody who's, even though he's only been in the political sphere for the last, 4 years or so, he's somebody that's very savvy, has a great family background. His parents were police officers, obviously in New Jersey. So he is somebody that could perfectly fit in and gives Kamala Harris somebody that she can lean on in terms of talking about some of these issues on the campaign trail. Specifically, immigration has been top of voters' minds and in some of these exit polls. And when they list the issues besides economy, immigration's always up there. And Mark Kelly can champion some of that, being a senator from a border state.
Now, some Wall Street donors suspect that Harris plans to pick a governor, not a senator. Among them, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz are mentioned. What's your take on that? How can they contribute to her bid for the White House, do you think?
Yeah, they both have interesting cases. And like I said, a little bit different than the states that I mentioned with Kelly and Shapiro, because those are pivotal battleground states. Minnesota is probably going to lean blue with respect to Governor Walz there, even though he is somebody that, as a congressman, won in a very conservative district. Andy Beshear, to me, is the most interesting as well because, a blue governor, red state, traditional red state, doesn't carry a lot of electoral votes, Kentucky, but he's somebody that is in this conservative Democrat mode. He's maybe somebody that can talk to those moderate Republicans that voted for Joe Biden in 2020 that could come over and swing to Kamala Harris's direction, right? He's obviously run on some of the issues that the vice president is running on with respect to abortion, but he's tackling it in this I'm a pro-life, pro-choice type of person. Like, obviously, we want kids to be born, but we want to make exceptions for rape and incest and the life of the mother. So he can talk a little bit more on that level to the people that are in that moderate lane. They both make interesting cases, and I think they're both 3 and 4, respectively, in the hierarchy of who she would choose if it's Shapiro, Kelly, Beshear, and Walz.
Yeah, some hot topics there, and we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Thank you so much. Mike Leon, Policy and Strategy Director of the Free and Equal Elections Foundation.
Thank you, Steph.